Hey Milliger fans, we are out here again with a color cart with Dan.
Hey.
And you look like you're blooming yourself here.
I know,
This
yeah.
awesome,
Well, I
blue
took
shirt.
I took my soil acidifier and I turned blue.
That is the magic, right? That's how we turn blue.
Put it on my breakfast this morning.
Soil acidifier. But that's the secret, right? I mean, how many times do you get that question every probably day? How do I get my hydrangeas to turn blue?
Right. Except when I'm in Michigan.
All right, because I'm there never. But they have the opposite problem.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
got those.
There's blue, and they want them to turn pink, so then they have to use the soil
The
acidifier
grass is always greener. The hydrangeas are always bluer on the other
on the side of the lake.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, so we really wanted to highlight hydrangeas because we have a really fun event coming up
Yeah.
at Milliger's. It's called the Hydrangea Happening. It is Thursday, June 20th. At the Racine location, and you've got 3 different vendors that are going to be here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Talking about hydrangeas and offering
answering
tips
all
and
your
tricks.
questions, and
Because there's a lot of questions about hydrangeas.
oh well, yeah. It's such a wide range. I mean, I've got 5 different types of hydrangeas, and I've got another one over here. I mean,
Yeah, and we got new wood, old wood.
Yeah, right. And we got the tree ones, and we got the bush ones, and we got the climbing one,
and the paniculatas.
Yeah,
and all that kind of, I mean, it's a lot. So
Yes.
I'm glad we got 3 vendors plus our expert staff.
Right.
That night, it is free. It's a free event, which
Right.
is awesome. But register on the Google form, and also know that when you come, there's also going to be some libations.
Ooh.
Yes.
Nice.
Some little snacks,
Yeah.
those kinds of
I
things.
always like
It'll be
that.
a really fun night here out in the garden. So we're
Right.
really excited. But we want to give a little sneak peek maybe because the hydrangeas right now are stunning.
They're amazing, yeah. And so many of them are in bud. You can see. I mean, they're just starting to bloom now. So
I know, this is perfect.
I know, but they can see how some of them just get such huge flowers too. We'll kind of go through them. But I thought I would do it by the different types.
Okay.
So the first.
All right, guide us through.
Well, the first type is the Arborescence, and the most popular, still one of our most popular hydrangeas, which I don't even have on the cart because everybody knows what it is anyway, is the Annabelle. That's the one I always call it Grandma's hydrangea.
Yes,
Because the Victorians all had all these.
Well, they make such beautiful dried flowers.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
in vases and kind of forever flowers.
Right.
Kind of thing
Yeah. Right.
to them,
So.
and so elegant.
Right. So they have a couple problems which we've overcome with some new varieties now.
Okay.
So the Annabelle, it's a little floppy. So
Oh yeah.
I mean,
the flowers get so big.
Well, the
right?
flowers
Is
get
that-
so big, and then it rains, and they get wet, and they get heavy, and they
flop over.
yeah. So
Yeah.
so
When I wanted to name my daughter Annabelle, was that why you were like, no?
no, we don't want a floppy.
Yeah.
I don't want a floppy granddaughter.
No. We got to go with the tried and true, the new varieties.
Exactly right. Yeah. So these are some of the new ones here now. One of my favorite ones is the one called this is right here. It's Incredible.
Oh yeah, I've heard you talk about these.
Right. And the reason they call it Incredible is because the flower gets so huge. It gets they say as big as a basketball, but they don't
Can you
get
see
that
these?
big. But
Is that okay?
yeah.
Well,
so-
and they're just starting right now.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they're on their way.
they're just starting. So and you can see how big they are already, and they're still growing. So they'll get this big. It's Annabelle type, but it has a much larger flower, and the best thing is it has a much stronger stem. So even though the
So
flower
we don't
is
have that floppiness.
bigger, even though the flower is bigger and heavier, it's not going to fall over on you. So.
And then what about bloom time for this?
Well, they're starting to get their blossoms now, so they'll bloom, and they bloom for a long time, and you can see the different stages here.
Yeah.
So there'll be different blossoms coming, and more of them coming too, So, and if you cut off the dead, spent ones, then they'll produce more too.
Yes.
So, but
That's,
that always
that
helps.
goes with any plant. That's key.
Right. Yeah. And then there's a whole series of the arborescence called the Invincibles, and there's Invincible Spirit, and this one is Invincible Ruby, because this one is actually it's a red flower on
Wow,
it, so instead of a
it's
white
just
flower.
starting. How
yeah,
beautiful.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So we have Invincible Spirit, we have Invincible Lime, and I mean it's there's even one Invincible Wee White, which is
beautiful.
if
Yeah,
you want
I love the whites and the limes.
if you want a
Those are
dwarf
so
one that
pretty.
stays nice and white, you know. So these kind of like more shade too. So you know, if you're looking for one that's a pretty shady spot,
Yeah.
you know,
That's the next thing I was going to ask you is about like sunlight requirements. So you're saying that even in the hydrangea family, there's some variables in their lighting requirements.
Yeah. So
A lot to learn.
right. So yeah, these will take more shade, you know. So but I mean they'll grow in more sun too, you know. But this variety doesn't like full sun all day long, you know. So if they do, well, hydrangea will tell you if they're dry.
They're not going to look like this. So, whoa.
Yeah, they'll start to.
I know the feeling.
Arch over. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I've been there.
Yeah, about 5 o'clock, you know.
Yeah, I was here yesterday and I was like, water, I need water, and I could just feel myself.
So we all get dry around 5 o'clock.
Yes, right. 5 o'clock is the time. Be sure to hydrate at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, that's right. That's where that comes from.
liquids.
That's where that comes from. From hydrangeas.
Yes, they tell us.
So, and the next group now is called macrophyllums. And the macrophyllums are the ones that, these are the ones that people really like because you can change the colors, and the flowers they're more like a big ball. You know, I mean, I'll show you later on some of these.
I'm so excited for this.
But yeah, so
this one really caught my eye.
Oh yeah, this is the Let's Dance Sky View.
Probably because of the title. I'm like, let's dance. Yes,
Let's
I'm
Dance.
ready.
Yeah, there's a whole series of Let's Dance ones. This one is called Sky View, and so it's a beautiful color. You can see it starting to the color. Well, first of all, they start out green. And then you can see even on this one.
I'll tip this one a little bit so you can see it.
You can see all the different stages of the flowers because it's a reblooming one. You're going to have you know, larger ones and smaller ones, and you know they're going to keep developing more and more. You know, so.
Well, such a beautiful interest then of seeing all the kind of different stages like that.
Yeah, and this one only gets
awesome.
like 2 to 3 feet tall. So.
This is perfect.
Yeah,
and what about the sun requirements for this?
Well, this one the perfect situation for these where if they got morning sun and then no sun in the afternoon, like shade in the afternoon, you know. So, but I mean, I have them at different places around my house, and I've got some that are in the opposite. They get no sun in the morning, and they get sun all afternoon, you know.
And they're doing okay.
Yeah, well, they need water when I get home, you know. So, but
well, that afternoon sun can be just a little bit more obviously intense.
Yeah, right. But
so
that's why it's a good idea to keep them really well mulched and stuff. Then the soil doesn't dry out so fast, and you know. So, here comes the plane. the plane. So, I'm gonna set this one down here. So
I know. So it takes up a lot of room.
I know.
Let's Dance is probably my favorite.
Right. Well, this Starfield one, you're gonna like this one. Look at this little Starfield one.
Is this new?
Yeah. Right. Look at the flowers on there. They look like little stars. See how they look like little stars?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you got.
Can you see it?
Yeah. See, there's all these. It's just like a bunch of little stars out at night, you know. So isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, that is really cool.
Like a starlit night.
And again, this has such incredible interest with. I mean, for how many blooms are on here?
Right.
But they're all in different stages.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
And
yeah.
They're all beautiful.
And again, this one, you know, is pink because it's in the alkaline soil, you know. So, but you can make it blue or bluer.
Is it too late to make it blue?
Well, you can make the future ones blue, but once they have the pink color, they're not going to change after that, you know.
What if I spray paint them?
Oh yeah. Why not?
We do that with our poinsettias.
I know. Yeah, we do. Yeah. Hey, why don't we try that?
I know.
But yeah,
Everybody's blue.
That's a beautiful one. And look at the flower count on here.
I
mean,
know.
this is a small plant, and it's like
impressive.
solid flowers. You can hardly even see the leaves. You know, it's so amazing.
Cool. I love it.
So. And then I like this one too. This is a one that this one here is the Seaside Serenade. Yeah. So, and look at the flower count on that one.
It doesn't even look real.
I know.
I mean, the lush foliage.
Right. Yeah.
The compact habit of it.
And look at the size of these stems. You know, they're so strong. You know, that's why these
you don't
are
have to worry about any
stand up nice and straight.
And stuff like
yeah.
that.
Right. Yeah.
And again, we're focusing more on like a good morning sun location for these.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, like a half a day sun. That would be perfect, but they'll tolerate a little bit, you know.
Or late afternoon or something, maybe just avoiding that intense heat of the day.
Right. Yeah. So, And then this one was a real popular one. Well, it still is popular, but,
yeah, the
but
Summer
when they
Crush.
introduced Summer Crush, yeah, right. Now, I brought this
I
one
mean,
because,
look at the size of this bloom.
oh my
Can you guys see
Lord.
how big this is?
Oh, that is so huge.
I mean, that's incredible.
Oh man, that is, yeah. That and look at how many flowers are on this plant. I mean, it's,
Yeah, I mean, this is just gonna go and go.
yeah, right. And the nice
continuously.
green foliage, you know. So,
Super healthy
you know,
plant.
sometimes the best blooming ones don't have the best foliage, because to get a lot of beautiful foliage,
So
you
much
need,
energy is going into
well,
one
you
or
need
the other.
you need nitrogen, and then what happens is if you use nitrogen, too much nitrogen on them, they'll stop flowering. So make
Well,
sure
I
you.
want flowers.
You want flowers,
Yeah.
or do you like green leaves better?
If I had to choose, I want flowers. But
Yeah,
I
me
would
too.
Like both.
Yeah,
If
right.
I could
Yeah.
have both, that'd be
Well,
great.
this one does keep its nice color
Yeah.
of the leaves, even though it's
Yeah,
totally
these
full
all
of blossoms.
look like
Amazing.
pristine.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
Yeah,
they look
aren't
great.
they beautiful? Yeah,
Super
so,
healthy plants
right.
here.
So that's some of the macrophyllums. I mean,
Macrophyllums, got it.
My cart is too small for.
I know. Well,
If-
we don't
if you look
want
behind
to
us, there's-
steal the thunder of the hydrangea
No,
happening
no,
tonight
right,
either. So
yeah,
it's
'cause
like,
all
okay,
the
this will be a
vendors-
little teaser for you.
Yeah, right.
But it's
mhm.
going to be so much fun out here.
Yeah, right. So yeah,
People
we'll
probably
have a
want to hang
good
out
time.
underneath our yum tree.
I think so. Yeah. Is that where you're serving the wine?
Yes, I'll be right here. I can do that.
Then they'll be here for sure.
Yes.
So, then the next group we have is the paniculatas.
Okay, paniculatas.
The paniculatas are the more woody ones, you know, so they have more of a woody stem, you know. So, and we have a lot of, some of these get like even yellow, you know, the yellow one, the lime.
Right, limelight?
Limelight, yeah,
Yeah.
right. That one will get like 6 to 8 feet tall, you know. So they have lots of different sizes. We have one, the one I brought here. This is hot stuff, little hottie.
These are just the cutest names too. It makes me want to buy them all.
Little hottie. We have Bobo. We have,
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, this one is it only gets like 3.5 feet tall. So you know, isn't that cute?
Yes, then you get that versatility.
And-
I mean,
and look at-
some people are looking for something with more height.
Yeah, look at the
and then
blossoms
some
on
people
there.
are looking
Isn't
for
that-
this little bit more condensed version.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, and this
So-
makes beautiful cut flowers.
Right. Now these will keep reblooming too. You can see all the different stages again, but these flowers last the longest. They'll last up till fall, you know. So
Wow.
and you can cut them off then. You can dry them. You
Yeah,
can use them
I
in
love that.
arrangements, you know. So isn't that a cutie?
Yes,
Isn't that a hottie?
it is. I'm pretty happy with all,
Yeah, right,
all
yeah.
of these. But now when you talk about new wood, old wood, like,
Yeah,
do
right.
I have
Yeah.
to worry about like,
well,
I don't
pruning
know,
pruning is very important, especially
Yeah.
with the macrophyllums that we just talked
Yes.
about. The best thing to do is don't cut them back until early in the spring when you
Okay.
start seeing the new growth coming. And they may have died, it depends on what kind of winter we have. They may have died back a little bit because of if we've had a rough winter. And then you just cut them back to where it's green. So,
Okay.
because if you cut them all the way down to the ground, it'll take a long time for them to start blooming again, because they bloom on old and new wood. So they'll start blooming on that old wood, and then as they get new wood, they'll keep getting more
blooming on that too.
blossoms on that. So yeah, so it's really
That's
important
tricky.
not to prune them too early in the year, you know, or in the fall.
Or don't do it in the fall. Do it
No.
in the spring. And I
Right.
love being out like in the spring. The air is fresh.
Right.
Like, you're seeing all this new life coming.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That's, when, that's
Yeah.
when I think it's the best to do all the trimming and all that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
sure,
Right?
right.
Okay.
Yeah. So just
Good,
don't
I'm doing it right.
don't trim them back further than you have to.
No,
So,
no, otherwise you won't have any flowers.
well, you'll have flowers, but it'll just be a lot later, you know.
Well, and our
so.
summers are so short, we really don't have time. for
Really?
that.
It isn't even summer yet, is it?
No, no, it's
Next
not.
week is it? Oh, no. Our event is the 20th, so the next day,
Yes,
the first day
you'll
of
be all
summer.
ready for summer.
All right. Wow, that's cool.
I know.
And
Perfect.
this one I
Thought
really
about
like.
that.
This one is I think I brought the
Here's the tag.
yeah, I brought the
Grown by
Quick Fire. Yeah, Quick Fire. Oh, good. Okay, I got the Quick Fire. I wanted to get the Quick Fire one. This is the earliest one of the paniculatas to bloom. Ooh, I don't like that leaf.
But Quick Fire looks like it's. I mean, right now I thought
Yeah.
it would be like lime or it'd be
Yeah,
white.
right. Yeah, right. Well, if you look at the other ones, they're not this far along yet. You know, so this is the earliest one to bloom, and it they call it a Quick Fire, the fire part, because they get a really nice red color later in the fall.
beautiful.
Yeah, right.
Beautiful.
So, but look at the flowers on there.
I
so,
know. I'm pretty excited.
Isn't that amazing? So But yeah,
well,
that's.
like I said, the more flowers on there, the happier I am.
Oh
so.
yeah, right. Yeah, that's what we want. So, and then then we have the oak leaf ones.
Oh right.
You know, the oak leaf ones. I love the oak leaf ones too. This one is called Jetstream. So this one will get pretty tall.
These leaves are so pretty.
Yeah, they look like oak leaves. So isn't that beautiful?
Hence the name.
Yeah, right. And they get the leaves will get real red in the fall, just like an oak tree.
Very
so
cool.
isn't that something?
Well, I love that added interest or
Yeah.
that additional benefit that you get.
And these
you know,
flowers get so
enjoyment.
tall; they'll get like a foot tall. They're like a nice column of flowers, you know. So they're really
Wow.
beautiful. This will get like 4 to 5 feet. Well, we have one that stays a little smaller. It's called Ruby Slippers, and that one is the same. It gets a nice big flower, but it only stays like about 2 to 3 feet tall. So.
Well, it's always good to have those options if you're, because everyone has a different requirement in
Well,
their
sure.
yard, whether they're
Right.
looking for something with a little bit more height and
Yeah,
presence.
you might want to use for screening
right,
or
they
something,
need
you
something
know.
low and a little bit
In
more
the
compact.
front, if you're doing like layering, you want a smaller one in the
Yeah,
front,
you
you
need
know.
to have options.
Right. Mhm.
So that's great.
So,
How about this one?
well, then we have tough stuff. Ooh,
This is really pretty right now.
I love tough stuff. This is, we have several different types of tough stuff. These are the serratas or the mountain hydrangeas, and but they're all called tough stuff something. Tough stuff. There's tiny tough stuff.
Are they tough because of their weather?
They're an
winter?
extra zone.
Resilience kind
right,
of
yeah,
thing?
right.
Like a
Mhm.
zone 4 then, or zone 5?
I think
Is it like
3 or
Siberia?
4. No, not Siberia. So
Zone 3
not to
is really
3, not to
amazing,
3.
yeah.
No, but
Zone 4?
yeah. So, but I have this one at home, and I don't do anything to it. It just comes back every year. It's just beautiful. It's over in one of my side yards, so I don't really see it. All of a sudden, I look over there yesterday, and it's all full of buds already. And
Wow. Well, this one, I mean, again, every one that you have shown us, the blooms are just amazing.
Well, I like this one because it has this real dark leaf. Isn't that
Yeah.
beautiful? And then the flowers show up more. Now this is called a lace cap flower. So this one has what I got in there. So they have these florets around the outside are a little bigger than the ones on the middle. So it looks like a little lacy looking
Yeah,
flower,
that's really pretty.
So, and again, you can see the different stages. It'll just keep blooming and blooming and blooming all summer long. So isn't that cool?
Well, I think it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And the foliage, tell me about that.
Well, this dark foliage makes the flowers pop, I think, a little more,
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, isn't that a pretty one?
Well, I like it.
Yeah.
Now, are these all the hydrangea options?
Well, we have one hydrangea that gets 30 feet tall.
30 feet tall? You're kidding me.
No.
No, that's too big. How does that happen?
Well, if you have to have a 30-foot tall chimney,
Oh, okay.
because
I don't know if I have that, do I?
maybe.
No.
Well,
Maybe I do. Or maybe on the
some
side there.
people
I
have
could.
it. Hey, on the side of your house, you
Yeah.
have a big tall chimney.
I
Yeah,
do.
yeah. So, and it's over here.
Oh
we've got
gosh. All right, let's check it out.
This is it's actually, reason it needs a chimney, this is a climbing one. So, and it does not need a trellis. It'll grow right on the brick.
Well, that was my next question.
Yeah,
Do
right,
you have
yeah.
to have a trellis for this?
No,
or-
no, you don't need a trellis. It'll grow right on the brick, and it'll grow.
And then what do the flowers look like with this? Is
Well,
it the same hydrangea flower?
they're a hydrangea flower, but it's like more of a lace cap one again.
Okay.
So right, but
And what
they
are the
just
light
get loaded.
requirements for this?
This they will take quite a bit of shade actually.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So yeah,
Well,
I've seen them.
that's one challenge is that people are always looking for something that is a vining type.
Right.
Or climbing, I should say.
Right.
And everything is for sun.
Right.
So, but this is great that it would take a little bit more shade then.
Right.
And to get flowers, that's a
Yeah.
bonus.
Right. Well, we've got kind of a magic potion here that we can use on hydrangeas to get them to flower.
We do.
If you're having a problem, yeah. So
Yeah, that's probably one of the biggest questions is like,
I
okay,
know,
my
I know,
hydrangeas,
yeah.
the foliage looks great, but
Well-
I don't have any blooms. What are you supposed to do?
Well, a lot of people use the wrong type of fertilizer, like I mentioned before about the nitrogen,
Yeah.
And so when they say my hydrangea is not blooming, the first thing I ask them is, are the leaves nice and green? And they'll say, oh yeah, the leaves are just beautiful.
I know, they send me pictures all the time.
Yeah,
Look
right.
at these gorgeous leaves.
Yeah, right. Well, you know why they're so beautiful? They're getting too much nitrogen. Nitrogen is for your lawn. You want a
Right,
green
nice
lawn.
green lawn, I like that.
But your lawn never flowers, right?
No. No.
Unless you got a dandelion.
Unless you got dandelions, which I give to my tortoise. He loves those. So they're for Harvey.
So, but this is the super phosphate, the triple phosphate. And this is, let's see, what is the percentage anyway? It's like 45% phosphorus, you know, so,
oh, wow.
and there's no nitrogen in it.
Yeah,
know,
it says
so.
feeds plants quickly, bigger, faster blooms.
Yes, right, yeah.
I like that.
So
and even though it's
this,
a granular, it will absorb quickly.
oh, sure,
and
yeah, right, yeah. Well, we sprinkle it around and then you kind of work it into the soil a little bit, and then when you water, it'll dissolve and it'll go down to the root system. So the real secret is to, you know, work it in a little bit and then you water it right away too, and keep it. Well, you have to keep them well watered anyway, but the water needs the water to dissolve and become absorbed by the plant, you know. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's
the secret.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
if
right.
You want hydrangea flowers.
Yes, right.
Triple phosphate.
Right.
Okay, now what about color changing?
Well,
that's probably the next
yeah.
biggest question of hydrangeas is.
I always
color.
ask people, what color do you want them to be? And if they say pink, I say, great, you don't have to do anything. You know?
Easy peasy.
Yeah, if you live in this part of Wisconsin, right?
Wisconsin,
yeah.
we're talking about.
Right, yeah,
Just because, why?
Well, because the soil here is real alkaline, you know. So I mean, this Racine is on a limestone shelf, you know, and lime is real alkaline, you know. So our soil is quite alkaline
much more
too.
alkaline, which is bringing out these beautiful pink blooms.
Right.
But if you want blue,
then you move to Michigan.
Move to Michigan, then you don't have to do anything. And you can also grow blueberries very easily.
Oh yeah, they grow.
They do a good job of that.
Fields of them.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to move to Michigan, you can use the soil acidifier. Now, this is not a fertilizer. Okay, so I have a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, I fertilized my hydrangea. I used that thing that makes them blue." Well, that is not this is a soil conditioner. That's not a fertilizer. So
conditioners and fertilizers are different.
Yeah,
okay?
so you need them both, you know.
Right.
So because they both do different things.
I put conditioner in my hair, but I still need to eat.
You still use shampoo, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I'm hungry.
Yeah, oh, you're
Even
hungry.
if I wash my hair, I'm still hungry.
Yeah.
So it's good. Same for plants.
Yeah, I use that shampoo that's supposed to make it here. So it says make it have fuller body, you know. But I think some of it kind of washed.
I think you do have a fuller body. That is true.
Well, I think I used too much.
Which hair are you putting it on?
So, but anyway, and it didn't work on my hair. My hair didn't get fuller. Just I got fuller.
That was in the fine print. May cause a fuller body. Not here.
Yeah, not here. Yeah. So, but this is the soil acidifier. And people always ask too, how much should I put on? Well, you know, I don't really know for sure without doing a soil test how.
What's your situation?
Yeah, so you just have. I would say do it in steps. You know, don't put. You know, the whole bag on one plant right away.
Or just do it like I would just say like a normal healthy mix. I mean,
yeah,
it looks
right.
like it's
Yeah,
mixed
right.
in
I mean, there are instructions on the
Yeah.
back on how much to use, but don't try to overdo it because actually I did have a customer that said she wanted them really blue, and it and her leaves got big holes in them.
Oh
They got
my
burned.
gosh.
Actually got burned.
from the acidity.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because it was too acidic. You know,
Yeah.
so you don't want to do that either. So, but so this is not fertilizer. This is soil acidifier. And this is fertilizer that'll make it bloom because it does no nitrogen.
So does this count as then your fertilizer, the triple phosphate, or should there be more fertilizer?
No, you could use that. You know, use
And
that.
that will
Yeah,
count.
yeah, right. Yeah,
Okay.
right. So
So we're eating and we're conditioning.
right, yeah, and also hydrangeas really like a rich soil that holds a lot of moisture. So make sure you use that soil compost. You know, that compost, the soil garden compost. You know, so that has a lot of like peat moss and different things in it to hold the moisture, you know, so.
That's important. I know, sometimes people show me pictures of their plants and I'm like, I don't think this is actual soil. Like, it's all dry and cracked. And I was like, how would you look if someone put you in there?
I know, like clay.
Gotta condition
all
that
plants,
stuff.
no plants really like clay. They tolerate it maybe, but not.
No, we don't like clay.
Not like it. So
No.
yeah.
Well, this is really exciting.
Yeah.
A good sampler. I'm so excited for that night. I think it's just going to be magical out here because everything's beautiful out here.
Oh yeah.
And we'll have some door prizes and gift with purchases and all sorts of fun specials and things like that.
Right.
Wine, snacks, and our expert staff.
And it's going to be beautiful weather.
Oh yeah, it's going to be beautiful.
I looked at the weather already. Yeah. So.
Wow, is the weatherman right for June 20th? That's amazing.
Well, he's right about today.
Yeah, he got that right. I know. All right, guys, all the details are on our website at milligers.com. Don't forget to register so that we can make sure we have everything for you and can make it a great experience. We will see you soon and get some beautiful hydrangeas.
See you there.